Now we go to Samantha Ponder.
Yes, it's all about fairness. You know what's also impressive? The only two people out here not wearing coats are these two head coaches.
They're ready.
Should not be surprising. Joined now by Army head coach Jeff Monken. Coach, you're in an interesting position because you've been on both sides of this. So for you, what makes this game in particular so special?
Well, I think it's what Kenny said about it. Just these kids that are playing this game are so special. All these young folks standing behind us here and cheering, and both sides. This is the only game that's played all year where every competitor, everybody playing in the game, is willing to sacrifice themselves for everybody else that's watching, and just great kids, and they're playing for the love of the game and the spirit of their school and their services, and man, it's a lot of fun.
In this era of football that we're in, and we get caught up in the playoff and players and who's an All-American and who's going to be a first-round draft pick, I just find it so refreshing to watch Army and Navy. I watched every play of the Army-Navy game last year and just told you guys were toe-to-toe with Navy, had a chance to really win that game, backup quarterback yourself a year ago. But just can you talk about the spirit of the academies and kind of what they represent? Watching that clip of some of those Navy players, I mean, I think everybody has a tear in their eye, the way they talk about the team and everybody in this room. That's what I play for, not for NFL contracts.
It's the same in our locker room. I think if you interact with our players, it would be the same. They'd share the same feelings, that they love each other. There's a tremendous commitment and a trust within that group, and they do. They play for each other. They play for the spirit of the Corps, for the United States Army, and most importantly for each other.
People keep talking about 14 in a row, and some of the Navy people are having some fun with it. You guys were right there a year ago. What's it take to get over the hump? How close are you, and what do you think it takes to be able to have that win?
It takes great execution. There's great emotion in this game. I don't know that I've ever been a part of a game. This will be my 9th one today that I've been a part of, and I don't know that there's a game that I've coached where there's been more emotion, and that's going to be high. What we can't allow to have happen is let emotion take control of what we do. We got to execute and block them and get off of blocks and tackle them and do all the things fundamentally it takes to win. And Kenny would tell you the same thing about this game.
Coach, I think some people at home hear about the spirit of these players, and we know about the sacrifice, and they think, oh, this is nice guys battling on the field. It gets serious out there, and even though there's a mutual respect, it gets a little intense. How would you describe what I would say is a very American thing, the competitive nature once these guys get on the field?
Well, football's a very combative, rough game, and our guys want to play it that way too. There's a great saying about the fields of friendly strife. And I promise there's nothing friendly about this rivalry when we get out there. We want to win. Kenny and I are great friends. We always will be. But I want to beat his pants off, and he wants to beat our pants off. And our teams do. And we have great respect for each other. We have great respect for the Naval Academy, for their team. They've got a tough, good football team. But we want to win, and we're going to give it everything we got.
All right, Coach, we appreciate your time. Good luck out there today. Reese, you know what's one of my favorite things about this matchup is we hear in sports all the time coaches talking about guys were warriors, they were battling. A game like this, these coaches can actually mean it when they talk about these players. We are forever indebted to the sacrifices that these guys will be making for our country.